Okay, so this next one, cognitive bandwidth, really helped me make sense of things. Well, hopefully by the time we've done this little bit of a conversation, it will help you make sense of a few things as well. So right back at the start of doing this project, I was introduced to cognitive bandwidth by Katina, as were all of the other projects. And particularly for me, I found it really interesting because as soon as you mention that there's something called cognitive bandwidth that's being looked at by the behavioural unit at government, and that they've come out with these various different ways of helping people's bandwidth expand, I was hooked. And so understanding that just by changing maybe a little bit of wording, or maybe by changing an activity, that maybe we can free up somebody's thinking space. So obviously I'm not going to give you everything that's involved in that, but it is really interesting. And I will tell you that we held, myself and my colleague, Kat, held a session on neurodiversity for some of our colleagues in our summer school. And off the top of her head, because we're both neurodiverse, she decided to test out how people's cognitive bandwidth was at the start of the session and at the end, which really excited me. And I was just so in awe of her. I went, oh my word, what a clever idea. So everybody sat round. We gave a little bit of an explanation about cognitive bandwidth. And she drew a big line. She got everybody's name on it. So where are you, do you think, on this line? People's names on there. At the end of the session, everybody had the same check-in. There were a few people still in the same place, but most people had moved up on the line. And so I began to reflect, what did we do that helped shift people's cognitive bandwidth? Well, first of all, we provided an environment for them that was totally non-judgmental. We opened up to them about where we were at in terms of our neurodiversity. We gave people the tools, the knowledge and the security to be who they were in a safe environment. For me, you'd think, well, I would think that just doing that wouldn't have such a profound effect. But actually, Kat and I were blown away by the effect afterwards, because typically when you get a feedback form, people write in little boxes. They were flipping those pages over and writing on the other side, this is something for us. This is something that we can do. This should be rolled out across the whole service. So if I can encourage you to do anything today, cognitive bandwidth, see how you can help your colleagues open theirs and enjoy the ride. Thank you very much for watching.